What's up guys, today's video I am gonna do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best 4K ultra short throw laser TV under $2,000, 2021. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos, where conventional projectors have coalesced designs towards what most people expect to see from a video projector. Ultra short throw hardware hasn't yet reached the consensus. The JMGO 01 is a very odd looking device that looks a bit like a space-age memory foam pillow, where the user-facing side is silver, and the wall-facing end is an off-white color. It's about the size of a conventional projector, being 31 cm wide, 24 cm deep and 10 cm high. Weighing just 2.3 kilograms, it's light enough to easily mount to a ceiling without needing structural modifications. The DLP projection, as this design doesn't use lasers, is generated in a slot recessed into the top, and strangely the only time you'll be aware of this is when you got to turn it off using the top-mounted power button, as you will break the beam doing so. That power button placement makes little sense, and where all the ports are in this design wasn't given much thought either. All of the ports are facing the wall, including all the USB ports. It would have been better to have those facing the user, so users could more easily insert and remove local storage. That aspect could be better, but the usability of the 01 is enhanced by a high-quality remote control included with the projector. Its design is heavily Apple influenced, and because it uses Bluetooth to connect, it's reliable and works even if it isn't pointed directly at the 01. When the projector powers up, it initially projects a basic but workable interface that provides access to the most commonly used features. It enables the user to install and run apps, access contents from USB connected storage, or watch HDMI content from a streaming device, Blu-ray player or games console. For optimizing the 01, a settings page provides a means to select the input, adjust the scale and keystone of the projection, and a dozen other tweaks. There is even a low latency mode designed to give gamers the best experience if they're playing timing sensitive titles. We didn't see anything unexpected in the menu structure, but equally, there wasn't anything significant missing. The 01 provides the same functionality that we've seen from many modern projector designs, but with the added capability to be used extremely close to the projection wall. JMGO doesn't provide much information about the internals of the 01, but we managed to dig out a few interesting details. The platform SoC is a quad-core MediaTek MT9669 processor, sporting 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage. That's a decent amount of memory for Android and makes for generally a smooth experience when navigating between features. The competition among projector makers pushing 4K UST laser projectors as living room TV replacements heated up in the tail end of 2020, with new models introduced from Optoma and Hisense along with first-time releases from Samsung and, finally, Epson. Epson's EpiqVision Ultra LS500, first shown at CEDIA in fall 2019, is noteworthy for several reasons. Among these is the potential impact Epson's name and marketing could have on the category as a whole. No other projector brand except perhaps Sony has Epson's broad consumer awareness or can boast a high-profile, sports-centric spokesperson like Shaquille O'Neal. But the projector itself is unique to the segment for both its high 4000 lumen brightness and its unusual industrial design, which features a large, periscope-style lens. Then, there's the fact that Epson has followed Hisense as the only other manufacturer bundling a specialty USD screen with their projector. This lifts the cost of entry but also assures that buyers will have the positive experience that Epson, and I think all promoters of this category, would really like for first-time projector buyers. Let's see how well they succeeded. Epson rates the LS500 16:9 image size at 130 inches max, and sells the projector as the LS500 100 with a 100-inch, ambient light rejecting screen for $4,999 or as the LS500 120 with a 120-inch screen for $5,999. Both screens use the same material, which features the familiar sawtooth optical construction described in our article Screen Magic: How USD Screens Let You See the Light. It has the same dark gray surface found in products from dedicated screen makers and the same 0.6 gain commonly found elsewhere, though Epson confirmed that its website specs erroneously list it as 0.8 gain. Gain below 1.0 means a sacrifice in brightness, but the dark surface combined with the superior rejection of overhead ambient light results in a remarkably contrasty and impactful image in bright rooms that seems to defy physics. You might get by with a matte white screen in the dark, but a USD ALR screen is a virtual requirement if you plan to use your projector as a day-to-day big screen television. Even accounting for the screen, Epson's bundle pricing puts their projector squarely in the mid-range of the category. The lowest priced near equivalent screens will cost around $1,000 for a 100-inch, and perhaps $1,800 for a 120-inch. Backing off that amount would put the price of the LS500 alone at around $4,000. Epson does provide a standalone option for some custom installers who would rather mate the projector with a screen brand they already sell. The Optoma US65 Oost is very different. Here's a compact beamer that even non-techies might covet. With its brass feet and fabric frontage, it's a remarkably handsome beast. As tends to be the norm with these things, there's a sound system built in. But, again, here there's real consumer sensibility about its design. Wearing the new Force branding of Optoma's audio division, this PJ's sound engine is styled like a conventional soundbar. Placed on an AV shelf in front of you, it looks quite neat. The US65 Oost has a wide range of connective options too. On its right-hand side are USB and HDMI inputs for easy hookup, while to the rear are two additional HDMI v2.0 ports, one of which is ARC enabled. There's also an optical digital audio output and 3.5mm mini jack. For network services, the PJ features both Wi-Fi and Ethernet. The US65 Oost packs a single-chip UHD DLP device, which uses mirror flipping to deliver a 2160p pixel-dense image, coupled to a bright laser light source. The latter gives the unit TV-like functionality. Switch on and you get an image, there's no lamp warm-up required. The projector is HDR compatible, recognizing HLG and HDR10 content streams. Since it ships in two parts, the projector and the screen, the 100L5 is a bit more of an imposition on your room than a straight 100-inch TV would be. That said, the screen is slimmer than most LCD TVs, while the projector really can sit almost within touching distance of your wall. So there certainly isn't the usual projection issue whereby the projector has to sit in the middle of your room or near your seating position. The projector is fairly large, as usual for an ultra-short throw design. There needs to be some room, after all, for light to bounce around inside the unit before emerging through the slit on the projector's top edge. It wears its size well, though, thanks to a silver and gray two-tone design and rear-mounted, felt-covered speaker section. Given that the projector sits right up against your wall, this rear section is actually the part of the projector that's most visible from your seating position. The 100L5 carries a sensor that can turn the laser off if it detects anyone starting to lean over the image aperture, so that nobody gets blinded. Ultra-short throw laser projector systems can be fiddly to install, as it's more difficult than it is with regular projectors to get the image positioned and focused perfectly on the companion screen. However, while Hisense has tried to make installation easier thanks to an auto-install app that fine-tunes the picture based on a simple photograph of your image taken on your phone, impressively the brand is also running a free home installation service with every 100L5 it sells. You just have to register your purchase online and book an appointment for the installation to take place. This makes the 100L5's price look even better value. Connections on the 100L5's projector include 4 HDMIs, the same number you'd expect to see on a TV, and 2 more than you normally find on a projector. None of the HDMIs are made to the 2.1 standard, though, so there's no support for 4K at 120Hz, variable refresh rates or EARC. Regular ARC, audio return channel, is supported, though, and there are also a pair of USB inputs for multimedia file playback, an optical digital audio output, a headphone jack, and both Ethernet and Wi-Fi network options. Many of these connections are again not things you would expect to find on a projector, but would very much expect on a TV. The VAVA 4K projector certainly has a winning appearance. With soft edges, an inoffensive white/gray, or black/gray, coloring, and a soft fabric mesh covering the front and sides, it's one projector that should fit in easily with the decor. Dimensions are 533 by 368 by 107 mm, if you need to measure it up with your counter, too. Most of the blemishes on the casing, say, for the vents at the projector's sides, are out of view and kept away from the front of the model. As with most projectors, ports are hidden at the back, facing the wall, which is great for a clean appearance, though any jutting cables or streaming sticks can prevent the projector getting more than around 5 inches from the wall, though you shouldn't need to get any closer. VAVA tells us a distance of 7.2 inches results in a 100-inch image, with a total range of 80 to 150 inches, depending how close you place the projector to the wall. It should go without saying that, if you don't have an 80-inch patch of wall to spare in your home, this projector isn't right for you. A motion detection system also ensures that, if you peer over the top of the projector, as we did during testing, the picture will cut out and be replaced by a warning sign, asking you not to look directly into the lens, you know, like you're not meant to stare right at the sun. The ports at the rear include 3 HDMI 2.0 ports, with one support EARC for connecting an external soundbar, if you wish to. There are also audio input and output ports, for connecting to a wider audio setup or using the VAVA projector as a speaker from another device source. There's an Ethernet port, too, for connecting to the internet, S/P, and a single USB port. The remote is also sleek, with an identical two-tone color scheme and a minimal button layout, including volume, home, back, menu, power, mute, and navigation buttons. The VAVA logo is inscribed at the bottom end of the remote, and identical upside down, which is a pleasing touch. It requires two AAA batteries, included, as is a cleaning cloth for the projector lens.